Would you believe me if I told you this is my third time recording this video? And both previous times I was 20 minutes into it. All right, this is like take 3. See if we could get this one right. All right. So I've been getting a lot of questions, guys, about about vitamins and minerals. I've been getting a lot of questions about some of the things that I talked about yesterday with insulin. Let me just start with insulin quickly. So today, guys, I'm not going to introduce any more new information. I'm just going to clarify stuff I've been talking about and a few questions that I got. So yesterday, talked about insulin. Let me make it super simple. I know it was a little bit complicated yesterday. Here's the deal, guys. Insulin's a hormone. We want it to do its job. If it's not doing its job, it leads to a lot of downstream consequences, including how we store fat. So when we talk about heart attack fat, we're talking about visceral fat. That means organ fat. If we want to talk about heart attacks, that's one of the main, that's why they call it heart attack fat. So, but it also has a lot to do with your immune system, everybody. And that's really the point here, is that if we don't have healthy organs, we don't have a healthy immune system. How could we, right? So if we want insulin to do its job and we want organs to do their job, told you how we can mitigate this problem. We just lower our sugar, increase our fiber, try to have more fermented foods, assuming you don't have a histamine intolerance. And if you don't know what that is, just go back, look at other videos. You want to vary your protein intake. So that's from plants, from fish, from animals, from organ meats. All different amino acids do different things. We will talk specifically about particular amino acids in another video. Then vary your sources of fat. If you're getting them from animals, make sure that they are organic. Remember, we are all animals, and animals store toxins in fat. So if you're getting your meat from non-organic sources, mind you, you should do your research into factory farmed animals as opposed to organically grass-fed raised animals. It's a big deal, guys. Not going to get into it here, but another time I will. Nuts, seeds, oils, especially oils like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, MCT oil is totally fine. Just don't eat too much MCT oil or your bathroom will not like you, specifically your toilet or anybody going in right after you for that matter. Light a candle, guys, light a candle. All right, so hopefully that puts insulin into perspective. That there's just simple ways to manage this. Guys, at the end of the day, the problem with insulin is we're eating way too much sugar and we're eating way too much in general. There you go. That's what it is. That's the problem. That's what's, all right, newsflash. Now, let's talk about some vitamins. And hear me out, guys. A lot of questions coming in about vitamin C. Vitamin C, guys. Vitamin C is not going to save you from the virus. Okay, vitamin C is a great vitamin. If you want to learn all about vitamin C and why it's great, you can research Linus Pauling, who won 2 Nobel Prizes. Pretty smart guy. And his theory behind vitamin C and what he noticed had to do with people living in a chronic state of scurvy. And he believed that higher dose vitamin C would map onto less heart disease, et cetera, and the results of his research were quite fascinating. And there are many doctors today who still study under the umbrella of the Linus Pauling Institute. So if you want to do more research on Linus Pauling, do so. However, back to the point at hand, it will not do almost anything for this virus, unless, of course, you're terribly low in vitamin C in your body. Then you can make an argument that your immune system is certainly compromised. However, as an antiviral, it's not going to work. What I linked in the newsletter was intravenous vitamin C. Intravenous. So that means it's going through an IV, increasing the ascorbic acid in the blood. You cannot do that orally. That's why if you take way too much vitamin C, your body literally will not let it seep into the bloodstream. It protects you, and you poop out all that extra vitamin C or pee it out. That's why you'll pee out a lot of vitamin C, but also way too much vitamin C will literally loosen your stool. Similarly, light a candle, light a candle. All right. So again, the only way to get the only way to get the antiviral effects of vitamin C is to get it intravenously. And that research is in the newsletter. Scroll down. I put it in a few days ago. Let's move on to zinc. The medication we talked about a couple weeks ago. Before any of you heard about it, you heard it here first, guys. We said that this medication had promise, and sure enough, that's what's being used. Once again, the answer is not to take too much, to take high doses of zinc. You could take high doses of vitamin C without consequence, other than the fact that your stool may become loose. And that's for most people, you need to take a few grams before you start getting there. This medication works one more time. It works by allowing more zinc into the cell. So remember, we talked about yesterday how potassium, calcium, glucose, magnesium, all these things, there's sort of this change in and out of the cell and into the bloodstream. Okay, it's managed by many things. So most of the potassium belongs in the cell, for example, not in the bloodstream. If you have way too much potassium in your bloodstream, watch out, because you stand a much higher risk of having a heart attack, right? We want that potassium in the cells because potassium, like magnesium, has a relaxing effect on the cell, on the nervous system. I'll talk about magnesium in a second. The point is that this medication is allowing more zinc into the cell. It's being escorted into the cell, which allows a higher concentration of zinc in the cell. Obviously, this medication is not without side effect, because if the body wanted more zinc in the cell, it would do that. However, for the purpose of the antiviral properties here, it seems to be effective. Like I said, way too much zinc leads to problems with copper, problems with iron. So you need something like 30 or 40 times more zinc in your body than copper. I don't remember what it is, something like that. But if you start making it 80, 90, 100 times more than copper, copper won't be able to do its job well. Similar with iron and other minerals. Get the idea. So it's fine to take a ZMA supplement or a zinc supplement at night, a low dose, but just making sure that you get, nuts, seeds, basically what you see up here, guys. Come on now, man. I'm trying to keep it simple for you. So people are saying, well, damn, man, like what should I supplement with? Oh, the other question had to do with vitamin A and vitamin D3. Jordan and I did a video where we said, what's up with Italy? If you didn't watch that one, check it out. What's up with Italy? We talk about a lot of important stuff. We talk about why Italy, especially Milan, is getting crushed. What's up with Italy? And we gave our rationale, and other than everything you've been hearing in the news. We also talked about the ACE2 gene. We talked about blood type. We talked about gender. We talked about LDL. We talked about vitamin D3 and vitamin A. Now, guys, in this, so a lot of people asked about this, so let me address. Vitamin D3 and vitamin A do, in fact, seem to have this effect on the ACE2 receptor, which may make it easier for this virus to enter your bloodstream. However, people that are arguing that you shouldn't be taking D3 or vitamin A, I mean, I don't have a problem with you not taking vitamin A. You can just take beta carotene instead. The point is that the only way you get vitamin D is from sunlight. You're not getting enough in foods. There's a reason why people are more sick and more depressed in the winter. It's because this thing called the sun is not shining on your skin, which is what your body uses in order to create for your body to get enough vitamin D. Now, everybody should just assume that you're going to get this virus. Why? Because that's what the research is showing. If you're not going to get it in wave 1, you're probably going to get it in wave 2 or wave 3. Or the next winter, you get the idea. And you may say, well, maybe there's going to be some type of a vaccine by then. Guys, here's my point, because this is what these guys are saying. They're saying, well, don't supplement with vitamin A and vitamin D3, but if you get sick, start supplementing with vitamin D3 and vitamin A because you need it for your immune system. Guys, my goal for each of you has been to run this marathon, this coronavirus marathon, and finish in the top 10%, which means you're going to be as close to asymptomatic as possible. 81% of people are getting mild symptoms, and a large percentage of them are asymptomatic. So that means you need to have the strongest immune system possible. That means that you need to maximize your fat-soluble vitamins, especially vitamin D, in order to make sure that if this thing does get in you, that your immune system is like Rocky Balboa. And if you didn't see that video, check that one out. All right? You want it strong. You want everything in place. You want to act now, everybody. If you're only hearing this message now on day 9 and you didn't start day 1, I'm not doing my job. Guys, you seriously need to take this as serious as possible. You need to lose weight. You need to get insulin signaling. You need to increase the health of your organs. Guys, there's a reason why obesity is an issue. It's not just the state of the organs. It's also that this virus carries a large viral load. And when you have a lot more tissue on your body, that means you're carrying even more of a viral load. You get the idea? So I don't want to go on the tangent here, but you get my point. The point is that we got to start now. Now, so stay in your vitamin D3. Instead of supplementing with vitamin A, supplement with beta carotene. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to go into what all the fat-soluble vitamins do. The point is that we did go into a whole entire section about digestion and my argument that the reason why we're not maximizing our fat-soluble vitamins is because we suck at digesting. We prepare our foods horribly, meaning we eat them out of boxes, cans, and packages, or we're getting our food from the damn delivery guy. Pathetic, everybody. It just is. I'm sorry, it is. Then we eat way too fast, meaning we don't chew our food. We swallow it, and we start burping all the time because we're swallowing so much air because we can't force the food down our throat quickly enough. Our stomach acid sucks. The quality of it sucks because our nutrition sucks. I'm not going to go back into how and why stomach acid is horrible in our bodies and unhealthy. We need strong stomach acid. We need it to be really acidic, and we need a lot of it. But that's not what's happening today. And then when food passes into our small intestine and pancreatic enzymes are supposed to do their jobs, especially lipase for fat, and from the gallbladder, which is actually coming from the liver, we pass bile into the duodenum, and that bile, the quality of that bile sucks. You know how many gallbladders are removed every year in this country, guys? Look it up. It's over 700,000 to 1 million gallbladders removed. Check it out. It's crazy. So what do you think? Do you think bile's doing its job? Emulsifying fat? Guys, fat, when you guys think fat, what do you think about? Guys, I want you to think fat-soluble vitamins. The fat-soluble vitamins, vitamins A, D, E, K1, K2. And then what about those omega-3s, those omega-6s, those omega-9s? God, they all matter. You're not emulsifying them. You're not maximizing the benefits of these amazing vitamins and fats. Does that make sense? Is it starting to get there? Because we already talked about microbiota. We already talked about what's happening there with gut permeability. But you see what I'm saying, guys? I'm weaving a story together. Weaving it together. You want an awesome immune system? You got to understand all of it. All right. So what the heck do we supplement with? I'll give you two. Vitamin D3 with K2, it's one supplement. You can buy it in one supplement. I supplement with 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 and approximately 120 micrograms of K2. Don't worry, the supplement company won't overdose you on K2. But you can find various amounts of vitamin D3 from 800 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000. I take 5,000 every day with the K2. And I supplement with magnesium every night. I take a lot of vitamins. I'm just telling you, if I'm gonna give you just the vitamins, the 2 pills, vitamin D3 with K2, that's 1 pill. Magnesium citrate or glycinate or malate at night is the other one. Why? Because most people are deficient in magnesium. The importance of magnesium, I mean, magnesium, like potassium, has an extremely relaxing effect on the body, on the nervous system, on the cell. I already told you, if your potassium is off, if your magnesium stores are off, that's an easy way to have a heart attack. It's the reason why most people are constipated. Most women are magnesium deficient. Guess what? Most women are also constipated. Why? Because their intestines are like this. They have to relax. The gut motility is not good because they need more potassium. They do need more potassium, but they also need more magnesium. Potassium and magnesium both will help your digestion, but you can't really supplement with potassium. You can supplement with potassium citrate, but you'd have to buy it in bulk. You can buy little pills, but you need about 4,800 milligrams of potassium a day. Guys, don't get me off on a tangent, but just trust me. Magnesium at night, vitamin D3 with K2. Those two everybody should be taking. Now, depending on what you eat, so if I sat down with you, I'm like, all right, tell me your diet. You tell me your diet, and I'm like, damn, if that's what you eat, then you need to supplement with X, Y, and Z, dude, because you're not getting any of that. Or if you tell me, no, I eat like this and like that, and I'm like, you're good. Just the D3 with K2. And honestly, if you're eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, don't even worry about the magnesium. I'll tell you, don't even worry about it. You eat that every day, you're good. I'm not saying that people need to take a whole bunch of vitamins and minerals. I take a lot of vitamins and minerals, and I supplement with that. Why? Because I drive my body like a Ferrari. I train really hard. I'm on my feet all day. I'm doing things with my brain that's constantly challenging. So depending on what your energy demands are, depending on what your physical demands are, you can dial things in. But everybody should be on D3 with K2 because, like I said, the only way you're getting vitamin D is from the sunlight. And most people, by statistic, are deficient in magnesium. Depending on, like I said, your diet, I may tell you, yeah, you should supplement with this. Or depending on your 23andMe results, if I look at your raw data and I'm like, damn, you should definitely supplement with X, Y, and Z because your genes have this going on. Okay? All right. I know that was a lot of info, but hopefully I answered your questions. Hopefully you found that useful. Guys, please, can you do me a favor right now? Can you just click the thumbs up button? Can you please write a comment or a question to me at the bottom of this video? If you just scroll down, you'll see there's a comment section. Can you please share this video with somebody? And can you please invite somebody to this 40-day challenge? Because guys, I'm serious, man. I'm just blown away at what's going on right now. Because you and I both know that if we were walking around with healthy bodies, this wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be. Now, it may be an issue for the elderly, but it certainly wouldn't be an issue for the 40, 50, 60-year-olds. You already know. Come on now. Just talking real talk. So just like all this state of emergency about, social distancing, why the hell aren't we having the same sense of urgency about all the shit I'm talking about getting healthy? Because that's what it's really about. Because guys, I got news for you. This is wave 1. We got wave 2 coming. We got wave 3 coming. And if you think that, oh, well, this vaccine is going to save me, you don't get it, man. You don't get it. Because if you think that this is the first virus and the only virus that's going to hit us in the near future, that's wishful thinking. All right. You get the idea. Guys, please share. Thank you for your time.